Hello, welcome back to our channel, and in today's video we want to cover the quote of our sensei who said that Aikido is love. So what does it mean actually that Aikido is love, and how does it translate into the practice of Aikido? So stay with us for another few minutes.
So let's talk a little bit about what does it mean first of all, this term love. We could look at more of a personal love in between people, but I think when O-sensei was speaking of Aikido as love, or even Budo in general is love, we're talking about something much larger in the sense that O-sensei was looking at Aikido as sort of a universal principle for unity, a universal principle for solving conflict in a way that brings everyone more together rather than creating more separation. Okay? And this is coming from the readings of O-sensei. So to be able to understand what this means doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to be passionately in love with somebody who's attacking you, but more that you see the situation from a larger perspective where you and the person that you're engaged with that's in the conflict on whatever level is you're actually together in some way. Okay, you're actually coming from the same basic ground of being, or the same basic ground. You're at least both in the same situation. Okay, and to make kind of a separation or a cut or something that destroys the whole relationship or the unity, then actually destroys it for both sides. Now this is a lot to take in. Okay, but you would see examples of this sort of power that comes from love in many situations that happen in life. You may have seen something, for example, when a parent has a child that's in danger. A car is coming at the child in the street, and for some reason the parent is able to run at an incredible speed to save the child. Or somebody is trapped, a loved one is trapped underneath a car, and for some reason there's strength that's there that's able to pick up a car. Incredible feats that come from really the act of love and not necessarily from an act of hate or destruction. So how do we translate this into our Aikido practice? I'm going to show you just a few examples that you can try just to experiment with the difference between against and together. Okay, and the together will be your basic relationship of love. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of a very simple example of how to try this out, the differences between sort of going against your partner, going with your partner, and actually including your partner in a larger situation. Now I'm going to show you this, but for you to actually experience it, then you may have to actually try it yourself. Okay, but let me show you how this works. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and push past Marcin. And I'm going to be very much against him this first round because I think that he's against me. So in this first push, I'm very much against Marcin. Okay, so I'm going to try and push him, and I'm going to try and win in this situation. Marcin is obviously a bit bigger than me, probably a bit stronger than me, so let's see how it goes. Are you ready? Okay, a little bit, maybe, but it's very tiring. Okay. All right, now we're going to change a little bit. The next situation is I'm going to imagine, to the best of my ability, that Marcin is going into a very dangerous situation. Let's say there's a cliff here that goes down a long, long way, like it's very deadly even. And if Marcin gets past there, then he's going to fall and probably really hurt himself. So it's my job, I see this, and I'm going to try and stop him from going off the cliff or moving into the dangerous situation. Okay, so I'm not against him, but I have to stop him. Okay. And he can even try and move around, he can go. I just have to stop him from getting over into that cliff. Okay. Okay? So there's a difference there. And again, it may not look like much. It may not look like, or it may look like Marcin is just sort of giving into it, but try it for yourself and see. Now I'm going to throw you one more option here, okay? And again, we're going to use a little bit of the imagination to help with this. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to imagine that there's somebody that I really love on the other side of Marcin, okay? And that person is in extreme danger. Okay, and if I can really imagine that, or even if you have a third person, put that person there, and then you have to go and get that person to save them. Okay, you have to get past this person, you have to push them, get past this person to go save the other one. Okay, so I need to include this person, but I have to go and save the other person. Okay, you ready? So those are just some simple examples that you could try to feel the difference between going against someone and going with someone, or in the sense of love, okay, and what power that actually the love brings to you, okay, and what it means. Now, you want to be careful about the responsibility of that, because when we say power, there's a lot to it. So let's take a look quickly at how this might translate into your sort of regular Aikido technique practice. When you're doing something with a partner, you do a regular technique. Let's say I'm going to just do a katate dori tai no hiko, where I'm going to turn with this basic attack here. If I'm against my partner and I'm just trying to manipulate him to do things, then I'm going to try and use whatever technique I got, body, whatever, to make this happen. Okay, and I'm really focused on the small area of the conflict. So when I have a larger perspective and I include him, then things start to change. Doesn't mean that they're less effective or anything like that, but I just start to include him, and I don't have to use all the techniques and manipulation, but I start to accept what's going on. Okay? And I can still work on technique in the sense where I include my partner rather than being against my partner.